Hello everybody. Just wanted to make another video as I prepare to head back to Florida from Bardstown, Kentucky. If you've been following along, then you know that Hurricane Matthew, Category 4, possibly Category 5, was slated to hit directly into Brevard County. And I made a beeline out of there to get to Bardstown, Kentucky to stay with a friend. And the hurricane's over. So I'm on my way back to Florida, back to check out the hut. I came up here to stay with my friend and to avoid the hurricane and to see if there was a possibility of staying up in Kentucky, but it looks like that's not a possibility. So I'm currently getting ready to head back to Florida to complete my original plan, which is to close out my business over there in Florida and then begin my journey across the country by myself. So right now we're going to head out, and I'm probably going to make a beeline to head back to the Melbourne Palm Bay area, just because my funds are tight, so I can't really stop to
turn left onto US 31 East South Cathedral Manor.
I really cannot stop to enjoy the scenery and stuff, just because I want to get back and make sure I have enough money to make it back, and to try to make it back there as soon as possible. So we won't be doing any or very many tours along the way home.
Continue on US 31 East South for 2 miles.
So we won't be making any videos here, even though there are some things that I'd like to show you that I saw over here in Kentucky. But I just want to hurry and get home right now, because driving around would use up more gas, and I think I have just enough money to make it back. So we're making a beeline home. A little bit of history here that I learned about Kentucky, especially Bardstown here. It's got a lot of distilleries around here. That's what these black buildings you see here along the side of the road are. They're a distillery, and they release a lot of, I guess, ethanol into the air, and it causes this bacteria to grow all over the houses around here. They get this black mold or moss, whatever it is. So the ethanol is something they feed on in the air, and then they cling to your house and coat your walls. So the houses around here, the ones near the distillery, have this black soup-like stuff all over them, and you have to use like chlorine water solution to get rid of them. It's kind of a pain, but they have to do this apparently every couple months. Otherwise, the outside, the exterior of the building becomes this black gross stuff.
In a half mile, use the right lane to take the Bluegrass Parkway ramp.
So it should be a scenic ride, at least a lot more scenic than the ride from Florida to here, because my drive here was through some scary mountains. They were pretty cool and fun to drive until I hit darkfall. When it got dark, the roads
use the right lane to take the Bluegrass Parkway ramp, then merge onto Kentucky 9002 West.
When I drove here, I didn't go on these major roads. I was actually on these state roads for Tennessee and Kentucky, and it was scary. The roads were pretty narrow, and they went through the mountains, and there were cliffs all around, and then it got like pitch black. It was like dark and I couldn't see. So here I was driving through Tennessee.
Continue on Kentucky 9002 West for 20 miles.
So here I was driving on Tennessee and Kentucky on some tiny little roads. The road we're on is actually a major road, so it should be a lot safer than what I experienced on my way up here. But I'll leave the camera running a little bit when I see interesting stuff come up, but for now I'll probably just shut it off because it looks like pretty much more of the same of what you see here. But when we start to go through some mountains and whatnot, I'll start the camera up just so you can see it if you've never driven around these parts. carve the roads right through the mountains, and you can see the side of the mountain here as we're riding through it. We're going to be taking 65 south because we're beelining. This certainly is a lot faster than my route coming up here, because my route coming up here, all those little backside roads were like under construction and slow. So, kind of wish I had come up this route. It's a lot safer than the route that I was on. It was such a scary route. The roads were like half the size of what you see right now, and they went right on the edge of a bunch of cliffs and stuff. As you can see, there's quite a traffic jam up here. I'm on 65 southbound. We're getting ready to split off onto 24 east towards Chattanooga and towards Chattanooga. I had planned on making a beeline to head back to Brevard County, but looking at the traffic jam and also the arrival time, if I make a beeline, probably won't get back there till past midnight. I'm not sure I want to be driving at that late, so I think I might stop for a quick tour of Chattanooga. Try to look at the Chattanooga choo-choo. So we're probably going to do that. We're probably going to pull over at Chattanooga and just take a quick tour, make a little video, and then we'll get back on the road and continue our journey down to Florida. We probably won't arrive till the next morning, because I'm going to end up pulling over somewhere else to spend the night along the route. At least that's what the plan is right now. Just wanted to show the skyline here. I think that's Chattanooga. What is that? I'm not sure what the city is at this junction. I'm pretty sure it's Chattanooga, because that's where I think I pulled over the other day. The skyline over there. Out our video here. Or maybe that was that Nashville? I don't know where the heck I am. I think that's Nashville we just went by. Chattanooga is still up ahead. So we're gonna take Chattanooga 24 east. So yeah, I'm pretty sure I think that's Nashville. So we're going to take this exit here for Chattanooga. And on 24 East. And we'll take a break over in Chattanooga. Get a little tour video. Okay, I was seeing signs for Memphis. It's also Nashville. So maybe that skyline was Memphis, Tennessee. I have to check the map. My geography's all messed up. So the city we just went by might have been Memphis. I need to check a map. It's either Memphis or Nashville. Now we're looking for Chattanooga's exit for Chattanooga Choo Choo. Alright, I'm currently on 24 East, heading towards Chattanooga. I've decided to reroute my trip so that I'm not beelining anymore, even though cash is tight and I'm not even sure if I'm going to make it. I'm planning on heading back towards Brevard County, but instead of beelining it, since I'm up here already, I thought it might be good or interesting to try to go through several interesting cities and maybe produce some videos so that my viewers will actually have something to watch versus me driving all the time, just beelining from one spot to another. So what we're going to do is try to go to Chattanooga if we can, and then take a quick tour there. Then from there we're going to try to head to Savannah, Georgia, and take a tour there. I am supposed to get to Savannah sometime tonight, so I'll probably try to camp out there or sleep out there in Savannah, then continue down I-95 towards Brevard County, and we may make a couple more stops en route just to produce some more videos and also give you something interesting to see if you've never been to these cities. I'm thinking Chattanooga, Savannah, then St. Augustine, and possibly Daytona Beach. Those are the spots I'm thinking of hitting. I'll have to assess my gas situation and gas money, but for now that's the plan. Just thought I'd go ahead and film this segment here of driving through the mountains. I think we're going uphill right now. I had gone through another section and one of those semi-trucks blew a tire right in front of me. It was like a big chunk of tire and I ran right over it, so now I don't know if I took some damage or not. Couldn't stop because we're on the interstate. The car still seems to be running, although it's kind of shaking and acting a little funny, so I need to take a look as soon as I can pull over. But for now, I'm continuing the ride, even though the car isn't running as smoothly as it was. I'm hoping it's just psychological that I'm freaking out because I ran over a big, huge tire that had blown in front of me from a semi-truck. Press stop up ahead here, but maybe I'll get out and take a look. No, I'm trying to get to Chattanooga, so maybe I'll go ahead and pull out here and take a look at the rest stop because concerned about my car. Van, right? But this is kind of like what it's like driving through the mountains here in Tennessee. Actually, this is the interstate. It's a lot bigger and safer than the road I was on the other night when I was on the state roads. Middle of the night, so you couldn't even really see that far ahead. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and stop at this rest area just so I can check out my vehicle. Alright. Okay. The first rest stop I've come to for the entire trip since heading down from Florida up to Kentucky and back.